Welcome back. In previous episode I was talking about doing some upgrades to the van. So before I can fully assemble it, let's start with the first one. Is this picture, and here it seems to be close to that. I'm not sure is it fully against the crash bar or not. It does seem to be same level, the bumper bar, so it must be it. Yeah, and that means I have to cut away those corners on both sides so it fits there flat. I noticed that on the other side there's a bracket where the fender connects, so I don't want the holes hit this one. So that's why I measure it that it should clear them, and I'm going to install it this way on the other side. Now I have to measure how much is it from this to here. I can just cut it from here and hammer it in. Yeah. Sits nicely. So that's 25 millimeters from the edge. These holes on the side are 14 millimeters, so that's why I have to buy this big drill bit. It should go, yeah, that's precise. Okay, it came from there. So it cleared the bracket. And it looks quite straight. Whew. Now that I have one hole done, I can insert that bolt and tighten it up, and then it's much easier to drill the other hole. From there. So this one also missed the bracket. That's good. Oh. Whew. Now the one side is found its place. I have to do the same thing on the other side. Oh. Just noticed that I was copying the measurements from here, and I had here 26 millimeters, and I took the same measurement from there. It was 26, and here it was 25. But on this side, it's more. I was wondering what's going on. So yeah. I don't know, did I show it in previous videos, but this tow hitch was bent on the side, so I think someone had driven it into a ditch or whatever, and they have recovered it by pulling it, and they pulled it on the side that tore the front bumper, so it was broken. So that's why I noticed that this metal from here is bent a bit, but it doesn't matter. I will just take the measurements for there. But I was just wondering what's going on. Why isn't it matching? All right. Alright, now the side plates are in place, so I have to mount the winch on the plate and then figure out how do I do with the cables. Oh yeah, forgot that. Heavy. Whoa! Alright, it's too heavy for the feather box. What do I figure out? Oh yeah, fucking box. This should be fine. Or not. Okay. This goes here. Then it has, wait. Yeah. It has those inserts. I think you mount them there, and in case you mess up the threads, you can replace these. So I have to slide them in. Yeah? Okay. Let's do that. Did I put here? No. Now they are all in. I suppose the drum sides have to be in line with this one, so little bit there. Yeah. So I guess now I'm going to tighten up. I guess this hole is made in case the rope is maybe wet, so the water gets away. Oh, that's kind of smart. Guess then it's time to pull the rope to the right place. So, is it? Yeah, it's now running freely. And this one goes there. And the hook. So it works like that. Now the clutch is running free. Turn it on the side, so it should be locked. Yeah. Also on the other side. Okay. So in the middle it's engaged. But now I want to see, can I take those screws out and turn it on the front, so maybe it's easier from here to turn, and I can make a extension maybe, because I'm not sure how easy it is to turn from under the hood. Alright, I mount it in place and then check it out, and after that need to figure out what I do with the wires, because I need to extend them, because I want to place this box or whatever it is called here. Some sprinters have this Webasto or Eberspayer diesel heater, but mine doesn't have. Mine has the air diesel heater, so I have the room to use it for this one. Right, let's see if it has space. So I keep it aligned. Whoa. Oh no. No way I'm going to be able to turn the clutch from there. Not even from the bumper. Hope I don't break anything. Okay, and now I free the clutch. Yeah, that works out. Yeah, it seems like it works on this one. That's good. So when you're going to install a winch on yours, so make sure you have a clutch cover on which one you can change the angle. Let's mount it in. So now I can see if it has space to turn. So if I turn it down, yeah, it works like this. And then on the side. Now it's locked. Oh. So what we have here? Okay. I like to take always a picture when I take something like that apart, so I know if I take wires off, I know where did they go. Well, because the cables are going to be too short, this box usually is installed on the winch, on top of the winch, so the cables that came with it are long enough that they can go from here to the winch, and that's it. But because I'm dislocating it into a different place, I needed to have longer cables, so there goes again hundreds of euros. Well, like this. Voila, that's the first one. To avoid those cables from rubbing, I added some of this protective pipe. And in places like these, I'm going to tie them with a zip tie from here and also there. I think now, because I got a little bit of the tow bar frame off, I think it's too weak now, so I was thinking about drilling a hole there and putting a bolt through it, so it should be strong enough to keep this in place in case I ever need this tow hook, not using the winch. Found this zinc spray that has primer inside it, so this should be good enough for those holes in that little spot. Okay, let's start cutting. So they have got it already from here. I tried to mimic it. It's kind of tricky to cut plastic because anything that moves fast, it starts to melt the plastic. Okay, here I need to cut more. If anyone wants to copy, from this corner to the lip of the bumper, it's 14 centimeters, and from there you go up 5. It should be 5 centimeters. Same on the other side. It's from the corner to this tip is 40. Then you go up 5, and then you go sideways 5, and also here, and then you measure the center of it. You go down. It was 11 centimeters. Same from here and here, and from this to that is 13. Should be same. 14. Okay, so it's either 40. Yeah, do it 30 centimeters. I think it's better. You have more, and then just connect those dots. This one and this one. I measured it was same. It was something about 25.5. Yeah, and this was also. Yeah, it's do it 25.5, and then you get this shape. Okay, now I'm going to cut it and hope it's spot on. Right, off it is. It's almost perfect, but I have to make that hole for the clutch now. Don't want to go too wide because it doesn't look so nice. All right, I think I had it off like 5 times or more, but needed some little adjustments. I think now it's perfect. The holes line up and everything else. I made this hole now bigger. I was thinking you can adjust the knob when you put your fingers down, and just like that. It doesn't need to be huge. And if it will be much bigger, I think more snow and stuff will collect there. So now I can just turn it on or off with my fingers. I think this place would be a good spot. Or that. Yeah, maybe here. Now everything should be wired up inside this main box. So all I have left is this positive cable to the main power switch and the negative cable to the battery. And this one goes here. Yeah, that's good. I feel like the positive cable could have been a little bit longer, but well, I can change it later if I don't like it. But I wanted to use the original cable, so that's why it's so short. Seems like at least the ground wire is long enough. Now everything should be connected on the winch. Can plug it now in and maybe test this one. This should be working, so the arrow goes up. Right now the connection point is there, but I was thinking about making the wires longer and route it maybe here, so in future it's much easier to plug it in from there. But even to each time when you want to use the winch, you have to open the bonnet or hood because of that main power switch. But yeah, I am thinking about maybe getting a pipe in front of here for the high beam lights, so this plug will be maybe behind it and I have to figure out a new place for it, so I leave it for the future. Alright, let's test it out. I think I have to put it in neutral first and pull some of the cable out. So first I need to put the clutch into neutral. It's neutral. Take this out. Pull some of the rope. Yeah, and then put it into the gear. It's locked. Alright, one thing. Yeah, safety first. Now I just turn it on. Nothing happened. No sparks. Still everything on. I think so. So I press in. Whoa! Holy shit, it's working. Does it go out? Wow, it works. It also has a different kind of remote that you don't have to plug with the wire. Maybe test it out also. Also came with this remote controller that's wireless, and it should turn on. Okay, that's right, green. What do I do now? In. Wow, it's quick. It doesn't have any delay. Out. Cool, it's finally working. Wow. So the front end is now assembled and starts to look like a finished van. Was really interesting to install that winch. Yeah, it would be much quicker if I had any instructions included with the box, but it is what it is, so I hope it helped some people who want to install it. Got some tips and some info how it goes and how difficult or easy it is. Yeah, I'm sure some want to see how it works. So right now I cannot go outside to test it because I have to fully assemble it and get it registered again to drive on the public roads. But yeah, I'm going to do a video about it, how it works and is it good or not. And by the way, thank you all for the 1,000 subscribers. I'm really happy about it. I was thinking maybe next year I can get it. Who knows, but wow, it was nice to see it happen this year. But yeah, I think that's enough for this episode. Not going to tell what's going to happen in the next one, but stay tuned and you will see. So thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next time. Bye.